When I ruled that she got the dog back, what you said was, she's not getting the dog. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
I asked you where you came from. You said you come from here. That's not true. We flew you in from Washington.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Do you understand?
No, I understand, yes.
Do you know how expensive it's going to be for you to get home?
Yes, I do.
You and your girlfriend? So I want you to understand this. Before you leave Los Angeles, if you want us to pay for your return ticket, or anything else, because we have a contract.
Yes, Your Honor.
You and this program, you abide by my decision, or we do a zippity-doo-dah for you, including getting you home. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. Where is the ATV?
I sold it to a friend.
The name of the friend and the phone number of the friend.
I don't have that on me.
That's too bad. Where do you live?
Omaha, Nebraska.
You want to get home?
Yeah.
Get me the name of the friend. Do you understand? It's easy. I don't believe that you sold it. Do you understand? I sort of resent it, Mr. Humphrey, when somebody writes in an answer, she's just bitter that she no longer has a boy toy. I owe her nothing. I look at you, and if I had to put a picture in the dictionary next to what a boy toy looked like, you would be an antonym. That's sophisticated out there. You have to know what an antonym is. It means just the opposite of what the word is. You hit him. This is damage to the front end of your car, which hit his car in the rear. Your car hit his car. I mean, you don't have to be a genius to figure that out. Believe me, I'm not a genius. Now I'm going to ask you certain questions. Okay? How old are you?
I am 34 years old.
How many times have you been incarcerated?
0.
Just a second. Do you have a driver's license?
I do.
Do you have a high school education?
I do.
Do you have an education beyond high school?
I do.
When was the last time you were psychiatrically hospitalized?
Never.
Do you get my drift?
I do.
You want me to ask you the same questions?
You can.
Great. Do you have a high school degree?
Yes, I do.
Do you have a college degree?
No, I don't.
How many times have you been arrested?
Once.
See? Getting closer, right? Got my drift?
I do.
Okay. Now you owe her money for rent. Great. I knew I would find out quickly who I was dealing with. Who are you?
His girlfriend.
His girlfriend. You have another girlfriend. You people must be idiots. He has a felony domestic violence where he got $50,000 bail. What are you doing? Are you people out of your mind? Are you just dull-witted? $50,000 bail. Do you know how badly it must have been alleged that he hurt this former girlfriend? Do you have any clue? Duh. You see the person who's standing to your right?
Yes.
Who is that?
My mom.
10 years from now, you think she's still going to be your mother?
Yes.
You see the guy sitting to your left?
Yes.
10 years from now, you won't remember his face. Do you know the difference between the truth and a lie?
Yes.
Tell me the difference.
A lie is a story that you make up, and the truth is what happened.
If I were to hold up this object and tell you that this was an elephant, would that be the truth or a lie?
A lie.
Now, I want you to look over there to this handsome gentleman over here. If I were to tell you that my court officer was a short, fat, bald guy, would that be the truth or a lie?
A lie.
Sorry, Bertie. Now, if I were to tell you that the judge in this case is a young, beautiful woman, would that be the truth or a lie?
The truth.
Yes. Very smart boy. How old are you, Mr. Moynton?
60 years old, Your Honor.
60?
Yes.
A baby.
I hope the ladies think so.
Hope
The ladies.
the ladies think so?
Yes,
Oh,
I hope
I think
they
you
think
do
so.
just fine. How old are you, Mr. Sutton?
74.
74. That's more my style. He has two equal parents, a mother and a father. And just because you're his mother, you have no greater rights to him, to set a standard, to take care of him if he's sick. No, no greater rights than I do. And so when he said no, it irritated you. I guarantee you, you also went to his job on Wednesday. I guarantee you also went to his job on Wednesday. And you went back on Thursday, and you didn't find him on Thursday. And now he's annoyed because he's getting calls from his job that you're there.
All he had to do was let me see that he was okay. He was crying in the house
He
for his
has
mother.
no obligation for that. He wouldn't be crying for his mother if you weren't acting like a moron outside the door.
I didn't do anything. I didn't break the windows. I didn't.
Oh, yes, you did.
Your Honor.
Oh, yes, you did.
He was crying in the house because his mother
No,
was
he
breaking
wasn't.
out windows.
No, he wasn't.
Why do you send her this nasty text?
Well, I felt like we had a new contract that she
I
had
don't care
agreed.
what you feel. What your feelings are unimportant to me. Where
Okay.
did you grow up?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. I didn't think they did all that, my feelings in Oklahoma. Here they do a lot of feelings in California. Did you receive any rent? This is all crossed out. This is all crossed. This is not a check.
It's the carbon copy of the check, Your Honor.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't at all. It's a carbon copy of nothing. It's a carbon copy of something that you wrote yesterday. What's next? February.
Okay, well, I have a carbon copy also for $375 that I wrote to
That
Ryan
you wrote
for rent.
yesterday. Go ahead. I want to see a canceled check. You know what a canceled check is from a bank?
I do not.
How old are you?
32.
Well, if you're 32 years old, you should know what a canceled check is from a bank. Go.
Is that the same
Next.
as a voided
Next.
check? Okay.
Next. Do you have an angelic-looking child?
Yes?
You think your child is the most gorgeous child in the world?
Yeah.
To you. To you. I had 13 of those little grandchildren. I think each one of them is angelic looking. Do you understand why I don't believe you? Do you understand why I don't get you? You had no right to go over there and confront him. Period. And if you hurt your back in the process, Frank, that's too bad. Do you understand?
I understand.
Perfect. It's very sad when neighbors don't get along. And clearly, I assume you work, Frank?
I'm disabled.
You're disabled and you went charging over to this property? What's the nature of your disability?
I have
What did you tell
neuropathy.
the government that the nature of your disability was?
I have had bad heart. I've got 5 stents in my heart. I've got
Is that what
neuropathy.
so what are you doing
I'm
going
on
charging at your
oxygen.
neighbor?
I didn't, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah, you did. Oh, yeah, you did. Because
No,
you,
I didn't.
You pretty much told me that you did. Because I read your answer. I'm just asking you a question. I want you to answer my question.
Yes, ma'am.
You have a complete fence around all the property.
Yes, ma'am.
The only way you can see this color is by going around all the fences and looking from his side of the property.
No, ma'am, that's not the only way.
Well, what other way can you do it? You can do
It's
it with a
completely
drone.
visible. It's completely visible to the rest of the neighborhood. Anybody on the street, anybody on the sidewalk.
Who cares? That has
care.
nothing to do with you. He actually bit you twice.
He bit me 4 times in my thigh, and like 3 times in my arm.
Outrageous.
And he went for my throat.
What are you laughing for, you fool? What are you laughing for?
I am.
You look like a fool.
I am
I want to tell
I'm
you
more
something. You
taken
look like a
aback.
fool. You want to see her injuries? You look like a fool.
I actually did see her injuries. I cleaned them and everything immediately afterwards.
Shh. I don't know why you're laughing. I mean, if it's just an
It was more of
inappropriate...
a wow, because I actually saw the last bite and he was not going for her throat. I actually called him off of her. I mean, the bite
Just a
is
second.
approximately here.
You're marrying her?
Yes, ma'am.
Good for you. Lots of luck with that. What time did you get there?
I wasn't able to actually make it.
Right. Because?
Due to an incident that we had got into in the freeway.
And you moved the event someplace else.
Yes,
Is that correct?
it is.
Indoors.
Indoors.
And you did that very quickly.
Yes.
On January 22nd.
Yes.
And she wants her money back. So?
I did credit her account back for what she had paid for. Okay,
You
so
did?
we do have a store credit, which basically...
No store credit. She didn't give you wampum. She gave you cash money. She don't want a credit. She wants her money back. Got it?
Correct.
Great. I want you to tell me how the stone got in that diamond.
It was from my ex-husband, who's now deceased, God rest his soul, and I took it from this diamond.
May I see it?
Yeah. The other diamond is my mother's diamond.
And was that in 2011?
Yes. My daughter was the jeweler at the time.
It's a slightly larger stone. So it came out of this ring.
Correct. Yes.
Put in this setting.
Yes.
That he paid for.
Yes.
He paid for the setting.
The setting only.
Right. He didn't pay for the diamond. Do you understand?
No.
Well, I'm telling you, he didn't pay for the diamond.
I received the diamond 12 New Year's. I received a diamond. I'm in the middle of this.
Well, let him buy you his own diamond. This is her diamond. Tell me why your disability benefits were cut off last year.
That has nothing to do with this case.
Oh, it has everything to do with this case. It has everything to do with your last answer. Because when I ask you, well, you paid money to GC, and you start dancing around because if you were paid $25,000 to GC a project, even though you paid other people, then you committed fraud on the federal government. They're going to come looking for you. It has everything to do with this case. You want to tell me why your disability was stopped? If it was.
It had nothing to do with my case with him.
Really? Your case is dismissed. You may be hustling for a long time, Miss Smith, but you don't hustle me.
Bruh.
You promised to pay for your wedding dress.
Yes.
Which I assume you have.
I am making payments on the wedding dress.
So you don't have it?
I do not have it. It is still at the dress shop.
Well, I would stop making payments on it.
If I stop making payments on it.
Because he's married. At that time, senior management team gathered to discuss and determine it was necessary, based upon employee protocol, to place the employee on administrative unpaid leave. Do you understand what your daughter did? Do you understand what your daughter did?
Yes, but she didn't do that.
You mean somebody took her phone?
No, it's been
Do you mean somebody took her phone?
No.
Just coincident? Is that what you want me to believe?
No.
You want this brain to believe that? That somebody took her phone. That's a cell phone? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Somebody took her cell phone and called the employment of her ex-boyfriend and stated to them that he had numerous criminal charges pending against him, and then returned her cell phone to her? Is that what you want me to believe, Mr. Massaro?
No.
Is this what you want this person?
No.
Look at this face. So you moved in and you paid her rent in June.
Yes. Correct.
And you paid her rent in July. Her.
Yes.
And then she moved out. She says she moved out at some point, and you moved into her space because your lease says the security deposit, $1,385, brought forward from Tammy.
Yes.
Which means that you paid no security deposit.
Correct. But I did not move in her space. We lived in one bedroom in the house.
I don't care. I would like to know why you thought that it was appropriate to dock his pay for her accident.
No, my agreement was, as I walked away, is if you want to pay off Kaylin's balance, which was $600 and some at that point, then you can continue to drive. So I left. Then he started taking runs. He kept driving. So that was our agreement.
How much did you withhold from his pay?
Nothing. He's been paid in full.
Okay.
He did.
I mean, I was taking 50%, but he called me and threatened me, said it was illegal.
It is.
Well,
you were not clearly, based upon what you just told me, not being a protective mother. Mother of an 8-year-old little girl is supposed to know what she's doing all the time, especially when you bring strange men around the house. We understand each other?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. You told him that you were terminating your lease-to-own arrangement. This is what I read in your complaint. And they had been paying rent of how much, sir?
$950 a month.
And you told him, according to you, this is your complaint, that you were raising their rent to $1,200 a month, effective immediately, correct?
Yes.
And if they didn't like that, you were also modifying the purchase price of the house to $175,000, which was the going rate for the house at the time.
Correct.
Are you out of your mind?
No.
Are you nuts? I mean, I read it and I said, what is wrong with this woman? He's 90 years old. He should be working 80 hours a week, not 20. What do you think he does with the rest of the time? You think he's developing a cure for cancer? I mean, what do you think he's doing? Drinking and getting high.
Babysitting.
Drinking and getting high. You don't have money because you don't work. Get a job.
That's not always true.
No, get a job. Get a job. You can't say, honey, I don't have any money. If I had it, I would give it to you. Sounds like some relatives I know. What I'm telling you is people get money by working. By the time you're 28 years old, you should have figured that out. That's how Bird makes a living. That's how my cameraman makes a living. That's how the people that run the lights make a living. Everybody who wants to earn money works. So you went over to your kid sister's house because you thought she was fooling around with your boyfriend, who confessed to you that he was fooling around with your sister.
Right.
By the way, what did you say or do to your boyfriend?
Well, that's a different story. We got into it before I went over there. But at the end of the day, that's my sister, so I would have took more from her. So that's why I went to go confront her.
Well, that's true. So you expect nothing from your boyfriend so that you're not disappointed.
I was more than disappointed with him, but I was more disappointed with her because that's my sister.
I don't disagree with you. I think that that's probably logical, that you would expect more from your sister than you would do from a boy. Because how old are you?
24.
No morals. They think with a different organ than most people. Watch your temper. He doesn't want to be your boyfriend anymore. He's got other girlfriends. Good for him and good for you. You have no reason to drive around in front of his house. You have no reason to be anywhere near him.
I don't want that dude if my
Oh, well, but you do. I actually believe him 100%.
Want a drug addict? I don't.
Well, madam, you picked him.
Yeah. 14 years ago.
You picked him.
14 years ago.
Well, if you picked him 14 years ago, and if you knew that he was trouble, then it would seem to me that the second dumbest thing you did was have a child with him. Circle. Don't show me a whole picture. I'm not interested in a whole picture. I'm interested in solely, only the vine that you're talking about. Because there's lots of greenery back there, and I'm old and I don't like to get confused.
Let me be clear. This is here.
Mm-hmm.
So
This is this.
I'm telling you
This
now,
is
Miss
this.
Wilson, if you confuse Bird, you're definitely going to confuse me.
I'm not confused.
If you, oh, he looks confused. I've known him for 35 years. He definitely looks confused. Mr. Campos, what do you do for a living?
I'm a lawyer.
Where?
San Antonio, Texas. Hope you don't use that against me.
No, I'm going to hold your lawsuit against you because it's stupid.
Well, to me, it's personal, and if you got a bad haircut, I'm sure you would be happy.
It's stupid. Your lawsuit's stupid. And I actually am surprised. I didn't know what you did for a living, so I'm actually surprised that you acknowledged that you were a lawyer. I would have thought that a lawyer had more respect for courts than to bring this kind of lawsuit, which I'm going to outline very briefly. You went to the defendant to have your hair cut. Whatever hair you have left, you wanted to have cut. And she cut your hair too short, so you're suing her for $5,000. Now, that's a ridiculous lawsuit. It's a ridiculous waste of judicial time. Only thing is, this is a television courtroom, so we actually have fun doing sometimes ridiculous cases, which I'm sure is the reason you came here. What's your first name?
Kendall.
You'll only have one mother and one father. And it sounds to me as if for at least a period of time, a good period of time, your father was involved in your life, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It would be stupid for you to cut him out now. Really stupid. Make peace. It's easier. Do you understand? And his legitimate beef with you is he was physically injured by your cats and their fleas. And he showed you that. And whether the matter was resolved or not, that's something that would certainly make me very angry as a tenant.
I have receipts from Orkin that I did file an extermination complaint.
It shouldn't have happened in the first place.
The cats were
It shouldn't have happened in the first place. You want to live with cats with fleas, that's your problem. But you don't rent a room to somebody in your house for $700 a month and expect them to tolerate your flea-bitten cats. That's outrageous. Mr. Smith, how long have you been driving a cab?
About 20 years now, ma'am.
How old are you?
I am 60 years old.
And how old are you?
23 years old.
At some point, Mr. Smith, you picked up the defendant in your cab. According to you, you became friends. According to her, you became friends. That's nice. And then, according to sort of both of you, you invited her to crash at your two-bedroom apartment anytime she needed to. So far, is that about right?
That's correct.
Yes, ma'am.
No, that's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. Ridiculous! Not normal. Not normal. Does the kid go in a car seat?
Yes.
Yeah. And when you put the kid in the car seat, you can't turn your head around and look at your dogs. You're putting the kid in the car seat.
It was after the kid had already rode his bike down to the mailbox.
Kid In the car seat. You weren't there. You know nothing.
Okay.
You weren't there. You're the excuse maker.
I was going to put my kid in the car.
And?
And I saw my dogs run across
Why
the field.
did you let the dogs off leash?
They usually go right into the car. To load up
But
in the
they
car.
didn't. No, that's not what you told me a moment ago. Fibber, fibber. Is that what happened?
No, ma'am.
Even at the best of those events, if I believe every word you say, you're responsible for his medical bills.
No, ma'am.
Oh, I'm telling you, you are. That's why we're here. That's why I went to law school and you didn't.
Right.
Get it?
Yes.
Listen to me carefully. I don't care about your father, because if something's not true, it doesn't make sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Great. You left the kitchen without your snack. You went to the front, and what happened?
Well, before I was at the front door, they were like not really making loud noises, but they were kind of like talking, I think, and I think that's what kind of...
I don't care what you think.
Okay.
What you think is irrelevant to me. The reason that you went to the front door, sir, not because you think anything. The reason that you went to the front door was what?
To let Charity out.
When you got to the front door, what did you see?
Charity was already out of the front door. I had to run.
So when you got to the front door, the dog was already out the front door and had already bitten her.
Yes.
Got it?
Your Honor, she came back.
Judge,
Okay, sorry.
you went there without permission of the owners. When they weren't home, you or somebody on your behalf took property out of their home. That's what courts are for. That's
not on my behalf, Your Honor. It was not my idea. I had nothing to do with it.
Well, then you have stolen property in your house.
Your Honor, went and got his stuff.
No.
He was living there in the house, and he took his stuff with him.
Listen to me. They had a right to file a protective order against you because that wasn't the only time Trenton went back to the house. Right, Trenton? If that's what your mother is saying, you went back to the house again. And when you went back to the house again, this was over some other property, not your bed and dresser. This was over an Xbox. And when you went to the house that time, was the door locked?
Yes.
And you were already living with your mother?
Yes.
I'm asking you a question. I mean, I'm writing this scenario. I haven't been in this business 2 seconds, you know. Listen to me, sir. You're a lawyer in the state of Washington, and I'm certain the state of Washington has the same laws of most of the other states in this country. And that is, when you have a written contract, anything that you say is within the four corners of this agreement. If Mr. Price said, well, we had an agreement for $243 an hour, but after we signed this agreement, he said, I'm only going to charge you $100 an hour, you would laugh in his face. And you would say to me, Judge, you know, he can't say that. We have a written contract for $243. So what you as a lawyer are trying to say to me, that you orally changed the terms of this written agreement by saying I'm not going to charge you more than $3,000 when this contract says nothing about that?
No, I did not change the terms of the agreement, Your Honor.
Well, then show me where it says that the maximum fee will be $3,000.
It doesn't say that.
Of course it doesn't say that. I'm not accepting this, sir.
Why not?
I'm going to tell you why not. Because there's no valid reason for him not being here. It was notarized in California, and the reason he says he can't be here is because his schedule is hectic. That's not a reason.
Okay, ma'am.
That's
how about
not
the
a
person
reason.
in Canada? Hey, what are you gonna expect them to fly down? Why don't you just make your claim, make your judgment for her? Okay, let's get this over with, so I don't waste my time from work anymore. Okay?
Very good. Judgment in this case is for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000, and the countersuit is dismissed. Money was clearly an issue with her. I got that clearly from her texts. Now, you called and ordered this limo. Very easy to find out when.
On the night
what
before,
date?
on March 4th.
The day before.
The day before.
So now you tell me, when you discussed, would you like to be in this limo with us, and will you pay a third? Show me.
I do not have that other than my witness and all three of us having the conversation together.
On what date?
That was on March 5th.
On the day of the concert?
Yes.
On the day of the concert, you're not getting a third of the limo.
I
That's
received
outrageous conduct. What you did was outrageous conduct, as far as I'm concerned.
She had agreed by the text message. But
Outrageous
that's okay.
conduct. Her children are at your house, and Tracy's children are at your house, and everybody's going in a big stretch limo, except her, because she's going to be taking her girls in a car. How much damage was done to the paint on this $1,200 car?
I have an estimate for $800 approximately.
If you think that I'm going to give you $800 for a $1,200 car that is now a year older than when you bought it, you are operating in some other zone, because that's not going to happen. You want to show me a picture of the car?
Unfortunately, I didn't bring a picture. I do have a copy of the estimate.
I don't
and
need
I
a
also
copy of the
have
estimate.
registration where it is in my name.
I don't doubt it's in your name. And he says he poured gasoline over it. Didn't light it. You thought better of that. But it's a bad temper. Sounded good when you put it down on the complaint that you can't sleep at night, you toss and turn, you think that people are going to come into your apartment. That is a lot of, who shot John?
Great, I can't
Right.
put you there. But
So
you know what?
now-
you know what?
now, tell
I'm not
me-
lying.
now tell-
Miss Judge
now,
Judy.
Now tell
And
me,
that's kind
sir,
of rude
what
to
is
tell me
their
I'm
rent?
lying.
What is their, yes you are, what is their rent for a month?
Their rent is what? What is it, $550?
$550
a month.
I am not lying. You
Judgment
can't
is
tell me
for
that.
the plaintiff. Judgment is for the plaintiff. The amount of 1 month's rent. Your 5-minute visit, sir, just cost you a month's rent. Because if what you're telling me is true, then the cars that are coming from the opposite directions, they now have a green light, and you're still in the middle of the intersection.
Which is why I need to turn now.
No, you shouldn't have been there. You shouldn't have been there. What? You can stand up when you talk to me. Okay, sorry. Do you understand what I'm saying? He shouldn't have been there. You have to maintain safety when you drive. Now, but say I believe him that he got into the intersection, turned yellow, there were still cars going on, so now he waited until it was green and he made a turn at 1 or 2 miles an hour.
I was at a dead stop sitting there. In the middle.
Impossible by virtue of the impact on the car.
She did the maximum amount of work.
No, no, no.
Oh,
I
the
asked
agreement.
you, now listen to me. What kind of work do you do?
I'm a homemaker.
Okay. What kind of work does your husband do?
He is in the restaurant industry. He works 3 jobs.
Does he get paid when he works?
Yes, ma'am.
And the reason he works 3 jobs is because he needs money, right? He needs money to support you, he needs money to support his daughter, so he works and he gets paid. How much money did you pay Miss Waylock, who did your daughter's hair and makeup for 6 days and traveled 2 hours, 1 hour each way to get there? How much did you pay her? The response to that is a number.
100.
$100. You're outrageous. You're outrageous.
Your Honor, I have receipts where we paid for her hotel and we bought her tickets to the pageant.
Who cares about seeing your daughter in a pageant? What do you do for a living?
So, I'm a
Don't
dance.
think about it. It's not, you know, somebody said to me, what do you do for a living? I would say, I'm a lawyer. I'm a judge. Somebody said to Bird, what is he? He's in law enforcement. The answer wouldn't be, I don't understand. I really, I'm so old. I don't understand people who are 30 years old. They don't know what they do. Well, I do a little of this. I do a little of that. I use my mother's bank account. Live in the basement. Play the guitar.
That's the problem.
Finding myself. I'm a snowflake. You're a moron.
How?
You're a moron.
That's not me.
You're a moron. So's your mother.
That's not me.
Why? You're a moron. So's your mother. You have a protective order against you for 3 years. That means that a court found you guilty of the acts that were committed here on the 18th of November of 2017. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I don't care about not remembering the date or getting your dates confused, getting your county confused, getting the state confused, getting your brain confused. You have a protective order that found you guilty of the acts alleged on November 18th in a court. Do you understand?
Yes.
Then you're guilty. Then you're going to fix the window. And if a court found you guilty...
How? That wasn't me.
If the court found you guilty, I am going to find you guilty. Do we get each other?
That wasn't me.
Yeah, that wasn't me. That wasn't
That
me.
was-
And
it
it wasn't your
wasn't
mama. Okay. Is what you're telling me the car's in front of your house and you have no idea who paid off the loan on the car? Is that what you're telling me?
I don't know if it got written off. I didn't know that there was still that amount left until I looked into it recently before Gabby, because I just recently had a baby, and so we needed another car. And so I was going to sell that one and get the 2 other ones that we had and get another car. But Gabby had wrecked her car.
Where is the title to your car?
Pioneer Federal Credit Union has the title to my car.
Why?
Because there was still a lien on it from previously, but then the balance is 0 as of, I'm not sure when they
Well, then where's the title to the car?
The company, I have to file for it and get it and request it through the mail.
You gave her $1,000 for the car.
Yes.
She has the car.
Yes, she does.
She doesn't know whether she's a foot or horseback. She has no clue. I don't know how she's taking care of a child.
I'm actually a really great mother.
Tell me what happened when you took the car, Mr. Bridgman.
I went about a block down the road and took a left onto Woodlawn. On this particular road, there is a quite abrupt hill, and I was going about 15 to 20 miles an hour. There is ice on this road as it was very cold at the time.
So you live in a place where in January there's ice on the road and you're hanging around with the moldy blueberries who are smoking dope and drinking in a park.
Yes, Your Honor.
You see how angry I'm getting? You don't want to get an old lady angry. I want you to trust me on this one. What was the name of the other boy?
Santi.
See how easy this is, Miss Serrano? Now, is what you're trying to tell me, sir, that it was this boy that put the 2 pieces of the phone at the door? Is that what you want to tell me?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't care. You know, there's some other dude did a defense I've heard for 30 years. So you saw the 2 boys walking away. One of them was him because he already lied to me because he said the last time he saw the phone was in front of Emmanuel's house. We did say that right over here, that the last time you saw the phone was in front of Emmanuel's house. Stop shaking. There's no attitude here except mine, Miss Serrano.
I'm not shaking.
Well, I'll show you on the camera. Do you understand?
Yes.
That was a lie. How long were you out of work, sir?
I was out for 19 days total. It was 14 days, 14 and a half days
Outrageous. Outrageous conduct. Doesn't work out. Listen, if you want to be a stupid girl and date somebody who's just separated from their wife, who has a young child, I'm not giving him any awards. You know, I mean, he's just a stupid guy, right? But not you. You've known him for a long time. You even knew her, right? Mm-hmm. Right. So, you know, give it a chance. Maybe they'll work it out. But you were ready to hop right in and move right in. And that's what you did. Well, that's a problem. So it didn't work out. And he went back to his wife to call his job and risk, if he wasn't working all the time that you knew him. Let's say that that's true, that I believe what you say is true. He says not. Let's say I believe it. So he finally got a job in January, and you looked to get him fired, knowing that he has a young child, knowing that he's just vicious, vicious.
I'm sorry, but this is wrong.
Miss Perdue, let me tell you what my problem with you is. My problem is with you is you're a lousy daughter. Because
Hold up, Your Honor. No, I'm sorry.
Because I just
Your Honor,
asked you.
no. This woman abandoned me when I was 3 years old. She didn't come back in my life until I was 48 years old. She come back telling me she was doing all of this. She wanted to be with my kids and her great-grandkids. And you turn around and do this.
Miss Perdue, I gave you an option to clean up this whole case and to make your mother, who has clearly made you financially more comfortable. Your mother's not going to live forever, shorter rather than longer. She wants the security of knowing she's not going to be thrown out of a trailer that you own. Mm-hmm. And I said to you, are you prepared to sign an agreement giving her a life estate in that trailer so she knows that she has the right to have a home? And you answered no.
Yeah, he started throwing punches.
Just a second. So you want Mrs. Harrison to pay for the glasses?
Yes, ma'am.
That's not happening. Tell him to get a job and pay for his own glasses.
Why would that be?
That would be because he was the aggressor. That would be because he was the aggressor.
But a hat is not permanent damage
That would be because, well, if somebody put my hat in the garbage, I would not put it on my head again. And he was the aggressor to begin with. He was the initial aggressor and kept it going. And he was a bully who got his comeuppance. You pay for his glasses and tell him not to be a bully. So what makes you think you're not responsible for the vet bill?
Because I don't believe I am. I mean, my cat wasn't on a leash. There is no leash law in California.
Well, you choose to let your cat outside, and cat doesn't have to be on a leash. That doesn't mean you're not responsible.
But doesn't she?
That just means if you choose to let your cat outside, and if you choose to let it walk without a leash, if it goes over to a baby in a carriage,
Correct.
Jumps up on a carriage,
Correct.
And scratches the baby's eyes out, you're going to be responsible. You're going to be responsible, even though there's no cat leash law. You're responsible. Your responsibility.
I respectfully don't agree.
Well, I don't
because
care what you
her-
agree with. I mean, did you go to an accredited law school?
No, I didn't.
Did you go to any law school?
No.
Then I'm telling you what the law is. At that time, senior management team gathered to discuss and determine it was necessary, based upon employee protocol, to place the employee on administrative unpaid leave. Do you understand what your daughter did? Do you understand what your daughter did?
Yes, but she didn't do that.
You mean somebody took her phone?
No, it's been
do you mean
copied.
somebody took her phone?
No.
Just coincident? Is that what you want me to believe?
No.
You want this brain to believe that somebody took her phone? That's a cell phone? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Somebody took her cell phone and called the employment of her ex-boyfriend and stated to them that he had numerous criminal charges pending against him, and then returned her cell phone to her? Is that what you want me to believe, Mr. Massaro?
No.
Is this what you want this person?
No.
Look at this face. Is this your furniture?
Yes, that's the furniture that was out of the house after I moved out.
Did you throw it out?
No, we didn't throw it out like that, but we did remove it from the home.
She left it outside the home.
Was it there when you moved into the house?
No, that was my furniture that I moved in with.
So you didn't take it with you?
No, I did not.
So you just left it there?
Well, we removed it from out of the home, but yeah.
Just.
I don't know what's funny about that. Where was I supposed to take the couches?
What? If you move into a house with furniture.
It didn't have
and
any
you're
furniture.
Just a second. Ears. If you move into the house with furniture and you move, you take your furniture. You don't throw your furniture out on the front lawn or put it out on the front lawn or leave it outside. You don't even leave it inside. You take your furniture with you. And if you want to dispose it, you call a carting company and they take it away. Pay him back for the ticket. It didn't work out. Pay him back for the ticket. Nobody likes to be made a fool out of. And you are slippery. I mean, I'm getting such slippery feelings from this, which doesn't tell the whole story. You had not met this man. You called him complaining. He says crying. You say no, but I was expected at the meeting for my daughter, who's an actress. I was expected, and you didn't have the money. And that's really why you reached out to him.
No.
You had never met the man. You had never met the man.
No, ma'am, I had not.
And then you met him.
Yes.
And then after this, you met him.
I did.
And he said he liked you.
And I said I liked him.
And you said, I liked you. And then he said, well, we like each other. Would you take down your dating profile from the internet?
And
according
I
to
said,
your answer was, no, I'm going to leave up my profile for a while.
That's not what I said.
Well, let's see.
What I said was that I didn't want to remove it.
That's what I
would
just said.
place it.
Whose video was that?
Ours.
Does that show her hitting your car?
It shows her throwing a rock at the car.
I'd like to see it. Ooh. That would be you throwing a rock at her car.
It wasn't a rock, ma'am. I had a bouncy ball in my hand.
I don't care what you had in your hand. What'd you do that for?
Just out of anger.
What anger?
Frustration. I've dealt with a lot with these two.
Well, you can't do that.
I know. Well, the police were called, and they asked me what had happened. I told them I was honest, and
I don't care whether you were honest or not. What kind of ridiculousness is that? When I ruled that she got the dog back, what you said was, she's not getting the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
I asked you where you came from. You said you come from here. That's not true. We flew you in from Washington.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Do you understand?
No, I understand, yes.
Do you know how expensive it's going to be for you to get home?
Yes, I do.
You and your girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to understand this. Before you leave Los Angeles, if you want us to pay for your return ticket, or anything else, because we have a contract.
Yes, Your Honor.
You and this program, you abide by my decision, or we do zippity-doo-dah for you, including getting you home. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. Is that what happened?
No, ma'am.
Even at the best of those events, if I believe every word you say, you're responsible for his medical bills.
No, ma'am.
Oh, I'm telling you, you are. That's why we're here. That's why I went to law school and you didn't.
Right.
Get it?
Yes.
Tell me how you destroyed her car and her clothes.
Well, I cut up her soft top, and I put cat litter in her engine because I was pissed off. I was really upset, And I was frustrated at the situation that I could give up my life for this woman, and she's maliciously tried to destroy my entire life with false statement.
You put cat litter in her car?
Yeah, it's something I'm not proud of, Your Honor. I'm ashamed of what I've done.
Joanna, can I tell you something with a lot of respect?
What kind of car is this?
It's a Chrysler, I'm not sure, LeBaron, I think.
Chevrolet Cavalier Convertible.
A Chevy Cavalier.
Where is the car now? Madam, where's the car?
I had to fix it, Joanna. I had the paper here at home.
The car is at home?
Yes.
And how much did it cost you to fix the car?
Total everything with my clothes, because it destroyed my clothes
Just
also.
listen to me.
About
how much did it cost to fix the car?
About $2,000 approximately.
One would have thought you would say to her, thank you for moving out, rather than suing her.
Well, the way it happened, she left without giving us notice.
Well, but they had had an argument.
Correct.
A physical argument.
Correct.
How large an apartment was this?
It's a 2-bedroom apartment with 1 bathroom. It's got a small kitchen and...
Just a minute, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath.
Yes.
So the 3 of you shared 1 bathroom.
Correct.
The 3 of you shared 1 kitchen. And the 3 of you shared 1 living room.
Correct.
Any other room that I'm leaving out?
No.
Well, is the reason that you thought that she should be responsible for 50% because the 2 of you just shared a bedroom?
Right. I was going just based off the rooms. We just split
Well,
that
if you're going based off the rooms, that means the 2 of you are occupying more space than she is in the common rooms. Instead of 2 people sharing a bathroom, there were 3 people sharing a bathroom.
Correct.
That, to me, is enough to kill the whole deal to begin with. But
I don't believe that there was any reason for you to retain her property, and you have to return it. She doesn't have to pay you for July and August. Your son's friend bit the head off a fish.
He should have never been invited.
Well, your son is over 18, is he not? Your son is over 18, is he
Ma'am,
not?
she should have never had that party there.
That may be correct.
So I feel it's her responsibility because she allowed them to come into my home when I was out of town.
Was your son living there?
Ma'am, he was at Camp Pendleton.
He was there that weekend.
No,
when
he
you were...
was not.
He was there that evening.
He was not. He was in Camp Pendleton.
Just a second. Was her son
No, her son wasn't there.
Her son wasn't there?
No, he wasn't there.
So how did Kenny get to this party?
I invited him.
Then you pay.
Okay.
For the fish.
are you Albert?
Ma'am.
Didn't you know you were coming to court today?
Yes, ma'am.
So what are you wearing shorts for?
I thought it was, I'm saying it was gonna be nice.
You talk very fast. You think that you can talk faster than me? You think that you can talk faster than me?
No.
You think that you're smarter than I am?
No, I don't.
I know exactly what's going on. I've been in the family court for 25 years. I know exactly what's going on. You lived together for a long time. Right? When you lived together, she was on welfare. Is that right? Right.
Yeah.
Right. And welfare, in all probability, did not know that the 2 of you were living together. Is that right? Am I right?
Yes.
Of course I'm right. So don't give me a lot of baloney. I know everything. What I'm talking about is now that you've separated, she's got a job. She also gets welfare. You, sir, on the other hand, don't have a job.
At the moment.
Get one. You broke up with him, rendering it impossible for him to go on the trip with you.
That's correct.
What do you want him to do?
But
you want him to go?
no, nothing is free though, so I shouldn't be able to suffer the consequences because he's the one who messed up. The $770 came out of my bank account, and he agreed to be going on this trip.
He agreed to go. He'll go.
And he agreed to pay it
Just
also.
a second. He'll go. You broke up with him. You don't want him to go on this trip with you, right?
That's correct.
Right.
But if his intentions were never pay in the first place...
How do I know that his intentions were never to pay in the first place?
I mean, he shouldn't have agreed to come if he wasn't going to pay.
We're talking, the trip isn't until July. You don't want him to go. You broke up with him, and yet you want him to pay for the ticket.
The ticket's in his name.
You made the reservation.
I invited him to come, and he agreed to coming, knowing that he had to pay for it. He agreed to pay for it.
He would still go, except you don't want him to go with your family.
He can take it and go anywhere else he'd like.
I can't make his vacation plans. I'm not following that.
I don't know how you don't follow, Your Honor, because...
Very easy. You say, I'm going to use my $600.
My $600
and I'm going to give it
plus the XYZ amount from him.
What? Now let's go to what XYZ amount is. What's the XYZ amount?
$350.
Okay, so $350 and $450, so you owe him $800.
I don't owe him anything.
Well, so let me ask you this. Now he says, can I have the evidence back, please? Now he says, I want my money.
Because he got mad that I would not go out of town with him. Like, I don't go out of town with men. I don't go out of town.
Then you don't be stupid and take money from them. Then you don't be stupid and play.
Well, that's
play
why I was
victim.
going to give him the money. I'm not playing victim, Your Honor.
Then you don't play
I was going to
victim.
give him my money so that he would not have to give me money. I don't know what's hard to comprehend.
Either that,
1,
or at
2,
age
3, 4,
76, I'm
5,
becoming
6.
dyslexic. He was supposed to take care of you while you went to school. Is that what you wrote?
Yes.
Joke. And then, according to what you wrote, the apartment, he didn't like the apartment. He didn't think it was good enough for
that's
the two
incorrect.
of you. Listen, most 19-year-old boys could live inside a closet that contained nothing but dirty socks. Very rarely do they care about whether they have 1 or 2 bathrooms. They can actually go on a tree. How much equity did you have in the home?
Approximately $25,000.
So you had enough money to pay off the plaintiff.
That would be accurate.
That would be
we owed her.
accurate.
Yes.
If what? If you
If we
felt
owed
as
her.
if your mother owed her the money?
Correct.
You knew your mother owed her the money. You knew that they had been friends for generations and that they went on trips all the time. You knew all of that. And you knew she wasn't dishonest. You were just a pig. You didn't have to go to work cleaning out latrines. Your mother left money to you and this deadbeat over here and the other brother that you bought out. And I cannot for the life of me imagine why you wouldn't pay your mother's legitimate debt that you knew. But you may say, prove it. You're going to hire a lawyer, probate, going to have to get a lawyer. It's going to cost you more than $4,000 to get your $4,000. You have an answer for me, a moral answer? Where were you going?
To the hospital.
What time? You know I'm going to find... You know, Miss Brown, you remember when I came in and I said, we're all going to tell the truth here? Because nothing that I like better, really, it's part of my joy, is to get somebody who's lying to me and really humiliate them. Because by you coming here and lying to me, you say, oh, she's stupid. That's the way I see it, you see. And if she's stupid and she represents the justice system, then the justice system is stupid. And people like me can get over the justice system because the justice system is stupid. And it is therefore my joy to make you look as stupid as I can. Do you understand?
Yes.
Which means that I can call the hospital and find out if you had an appointment that day. Do you understand?
It wasn't for an appointment.
I have proof. I have employment agreements when she was to work for me, when she quit her job that she had for only 2 weeks and asked me, could she work for me?
Just a second. Month she worked for you. Give me the month.
March 9th.
So, all right, here we go, March. And she worked for 2 weeks.
I want to say maybe not even 2 weeks.
Not even 2 weeks.
And it was a good paying job.
I'm giving you the scenario to try to explain to you why courts are not here to entertain these kinds of problems. February, you bought her a watch. March, she came to work.
February, I bought her a phone.
You interrupted me. You do it one more time, I'm not even going to exercise myself. I'm going to throw you out. Do you understand?
Yes.
And I'm not crazy about her, because what the stuff that she pulled today back in the clerk's office was outrageous. I know everything. Do you understand?
I understand.
So I'm not crazy about you. What do you do for a living?
I do security at Kaiser.
Who do you live with?
I live by myself.
And you were arrested.
Yes.
When?
May 2017.
And it was a serious charge.
Yes.
Had you ever been arrested before?
No.
Have you ever been arrested since May of 17?
No.
But the charge in May of 17 was murder.
It was attempted murder.
When you were arrested, everybody sort of rallied around you because you were a good kid.
Yeah.
Including your brother.
Yes.
How much was your bail?
It was 1.2 million, then it was dropped down to 300,000, then 250,000, and the charges were dropped down to assault with a firearm.
What happened with that case?
It was dismissed.
It was an outright dismissal?
Well, I'm not clear what that means exactly.
That means that you didn't plead guilty to something. The district attorney dismissed all the charges.
Oh, yes.
And when you were arrested in May, how long were you held?
For a week.
Must have been frightening.
Well, yeah.
Not?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Must have been.
It was about 6, 7 a.m. whenever I went to Lowe's. I was looking for a swamp cooler that they did.
A what?
A swamp cooler. So basically what it does is you put it inside of the shop, you fill it with water.
What is its purpose?
It cools down the actual ambient temperature of the, like the warehouse area.
Okay, so it's like some sort of an air conditioner.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so that's what you were looking for when
Yes,
you
ma'am.
had insomnia and thinking about your daughter who you hadn't seen in 2 weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
You were thinking about a swamp cooler. Keep going. I'm fascinated by your thought process.
She actually goes through my head every second of the day.
I'm absolutely fascinated by your thought process. It is his vehicle. He had it for 3 years. He can't just say, going, gone.
Yeah.
I will give you an order that said, I believe, and I'm finding that this is his primary responsibility, and that they should attach his salary until they collect the $7,000. That's what they should do.
Yeah.
Attach his salary.
Yeah, I don't think it should be my responsibility at all.
It is not your responsibility. It's his. You understand that?
No, I don't understand.
Well, let me explain it to you. You separated from the plaintiff in 2016 and you took the car. And you drove it in 2016, 17, and 18 when you decided that you didn't want that car because you had different financial circumstances than you had before. You wanted a cheaper car. But it was your car. You treated it at all times as your car for at least 2.5 years. Probably more, because you probably treated it as yours as soon as you got it, because you had a different vehicle.
Yes.
Do you understand? You can't act like a big baby. Did you have a written contract with her?
Yes.
That's either a yes or no. Did you have a written contract with her? That's a simple question. They get harder.
Yes, but it wasn't signed.
Can I see it?
I don't have it. She had it.
You didn't make a copy?
I didn't get to get it because she started the argument right before it was printed, and we had talked to a lawyer and everything.
Well, then you didn't have a contract.
You could say that.
I can. I am. It was intended that the business be contractually, in writing, memorialized. Before that happened, you had an argument. So the contract was never memorialized, which means that you never had a contract. So what are you suing her for?
Then he ended up breaking it up, taking me upstairs. So in the midst of him taking me upstairs, washing my head to get the blood or whatever, she was in the basement. She took my Social Security card, my cell phone, my teeth, my money, and stepped on my purse and broke the clutch. So I had to throw that away. And then she ended up leaving.
Could I have the police report?
Your Honor?
What?
Not to interrupt you, but me and Jeffrey have had a on
Jeffrey and?
Oh, Jeffrey and I have had an ongoing relationship since 2013, that year.
Well, Miss Williams, that would be foolish of you, because since 2013, he's made 2 children with the defendant. And Jeffrey's very fast. I mean, he goes to college here, he goes to online school, then he goes to Indiana State University. So actually, you don't want to tell me that you had had an ongoing on and off relationship with him since 2013, because he and the defendant were clearly involved in a relationship that you should have known about.
Gotta have something to show the cops when they get here.
Did the police arrest you?
No, they didn't. I was exercising my First Amendment right.
No, you can exercise your First Amendment rights, but if your conduct is disorderly, they can arrest you. Do you understand?
It wasn't just a conduct. It was.
Oh, I could actually make a case for that. If I lived in the house across the street from you and I had children in the house, young children, and you were screaming with a bullhorn profanities, I would call the police and say there's a lunatic in the front of the house who is disturbing the peace, and I have young children in the house, and the police would come and arrest you. You sold him a bike and you got paid in full. That's what it says, $1,600. So
Okay.
he's coming to get the bike. He's coming to get the bike.
But
The bike belongs to him. It doesn't say I'm going to sell it to him when I get a surveillance camera system that works, when I get tires that I like. It says I sold him.
Can I show you the pictures of the tires?
No.
I don't know.
No. This contract, sir.
Have you ever bought something that you had to take
First
back?
of all, I've never bought anything in my life.
But have you
I have bought something.
Have you ever bought anything that
occasionally,
you've
but
had
I've
to
never
return?
bought anything.
Have you?
Listen to me, sir. I'm a lawyer.
I understand that.
And I told you before, I don't answer your questions. You left to go away for a week, and you stayed for at least 3 weeks, probably more, leaving your 3 children neglected because one of them was not in an appropriate school. You did that because of some guy who is probably not the father of any of your children. You owe her $900 for taking care of her children. You have a counterclaim. Your counterclaim is she made false claims to Child Protective Services against you. Pay attention. They're not false. You neglected your children.
This was
You
recent.
neglected your children. Educational neglect is neglect. You put your needs, your birthday, ahead of your children. I would have called CPS on you. Now, when I get those phone calls,
I'm sorry.
I usually say, have a happy life, goodbye. My husband is not so kind. You can hear him from the other end of the house. How did you get my number? Follow my instructions clearly. Take my name out of and my number off of don't ever call me again. You call me again and I'll... And sometimes he decides to answer the phone when he gets one of those calls when we're at dinner. It doesn't matter. He's personally offended. What you should have done was click the phone off. Because if something sounds too good to be true, it's usually too good to be true.
I don't feel I owe her anything.
That's not what you wrote here in your answer. I'm just telling you, it's a whole different story than what you wrote in your answer.
Well, I had a lot of time to think about it.
But it wasn't so long ago. I mean, when I say it's a whole different story, it's like watching Bambi or watching Schindler's List. We're not talking here about, things that are even close. We're talking about, you said you took the car to Mercedes because that's where your sister wanted you to take it. You called her from there and you said you didn't have enough money. They wanted $110 to look for it. And she told you to just leave it there. That's what you wrote. That's what you wrote in your answer. The story that you just told me now is Bambi.
Let me stand.
But this is, I'm not wrong. This is what you wrote.
No, you're not wrong. Let me stand corrected. I paid them, but they wanted more money. I called her.
And she said?
That she's not paying. She didn't want it.
Of course she's not going to pay. It's your car. Did you cut trees that were at the fence line?
I cut trees that were on my side of the fence.
No. Well, you can't do that.
Why can't I?
Because you've been put on notice from him that he put the fence in and he gave himself 8 inches. And you were not to cut the trees that were in that 8 inches because that was his property.
I don't believe him.
Well, then just a second. I don't care whether you believe him or not. If you're a neighbor and your neighbor tells you that, then you don't go and trim the trees at the fence line. You were a brat. You were a brat. Well, instead of taking your shoes and putting them in your room, I'm following what you're saying to me. How old are you?
34, Your Honor.
Well, that's like a 12-year-old. I'm putting my shoes back where they were in the living room.
Well, not back where they were. I definitely put them off to the side because I considered the fact that they may have been in someone's way, but I just didn't think
you must have given him trophies when he came in 4th in the race.
Regardless, I woke up the next morning and found that there was a toilet full of and nobody had flushed. I made a point of mentioning it to Mike, and he responded by telling me, well, now you know what it's like to live with a slob. And I thought that was a very...
Well, that was stupid of him.
I asked him where my shoes were.
Just a second. You're Mike?
Yes, ma'am.
That was stupid of you.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't give a rat's behind how much you paid for the steak knives.
But I even have
listen
text
to me.
messages.
I don't care how much you paid for the steak knives.
So
you got it? I don't care what you paid for the steak knives.
I understand, but Your Honor, when I met her, I interviewed her. I told her there would be an application. I told her there would be a background screening. I have text messages that she would give us that information.
Just a second. You went to work for 5 days and left your children with her without a background screening.
My husband was also home.
So is he useless? Why didn't he put the knives in the right place? Do you understand? I assume your husband does something else.
Yes, he works full-time.
He works full-time from home?
Yes, correct.
Well, if he works full-time from home, then you needed somebody else to watch your children. And if she was in charge of watching your children, you left her alone with your children for 5 days without a background check. How much regular child support do you pay?
Regular child support, they're garnishing my wages off of that. But it's...
Starting when did they garnish your wages?
About a month ago.
Forget a month ago. Before that.
Before that, when we went to court, my child support was $1 a month because she didn't show up to court, so she lost by default.
It was $1 a month.
Yeah, 50-50 custody. It was split right down the middle to where I pay for 100% of him when I have him, and she pays for 100% whenever she has him.
But that changed, sir.
Yeah, we went back to court.
And when you went back to court, who brought that action?
I did, both times.
What did you want?
She was denying me visitation of my child. So this is, I don't know how this is all tied into the car thing. It's irrelevant to the situation.
I actually know how it's all tied in.
Yeah. Can you?
I actually do know how it's all tied in. I don't have to explain it to you. Everybody out there, 10 million people know. If you don't understand it, go home. Your mother will explain it to you. She understands it.
Okay.
Sit! I didn't ask something. No. Sit.
Do you really
Sit.
believe that every child is in the home that it should be?
Just a second. Would you remove him, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
I have the payment list right
Listen
here.
to me.
I have to leave?
I don't doubt for a moment that you paid a certain amount of child support every month.
That's correct.